It's time for a new painting, and I have an idea. The idea is to paint my young Dutch friend Sil. And I thought it would be fun to put him in a historical setting, like put him in a Rembrandt painting or a Frans Hals painting as a young Dutch nobleman. I thought that would be fun, and I hope that he's into it as well, that he thinks it's a fun idea and that he wants to be portrayed.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm really honored that you asked me. I guess it was because you were inspired by Frans, what's his name?
I like Frans Hals, yeah.
Frans Hals?
Yeah, but it's also because I think you have a good nobleman face.
You think so? Maybe.
I think it will work. And I thought also that it would be fun for our viewers.
Yeah,
because I put my painting works on the same channel now.
Yeah.
So then I thought it would be fun if I portrayed someone that they're used to seeing there.
Yeah, that's right.
So he's in. We're over the first hurdle. Now we need to decide what painting we should place him in. I have a number of suggestions, and we surf around a little before we decide on this Frans Hals painting. Then we arrange a photo with the same lighting as the original. Even though I only will need his face, I want him to stand in a similar posture as the man in the painting. We need to create a merge between Sil's head and the man's body. And they're really not that alike. First of all, Sil is considerably slimmer. And now, when I start to play with the images in the computer, it's pretty obvious how much more upright and prouder Sil looks as well. I adjust the colors a bit to make the merge work, but I also want to get a little more red tones in the painting. Now, I feel ready to start sketching and painting. There are several aspects to consider when choosing a painting to put the portrait in. For me, it's important that both I and Sil, in this case, appreciate the original. The idea to put him in a Baroque painting narrows the possible alternatives, of course, and to portray him as a nobleman, and preferably a Dutch nobleman, made it even more specific. Then there is the size to consider. When I do a portrait, I like the face size to be large enough so that I can work with the details without having to use the tiniest of brushes. I also want some surroundings to set the scene, so to speak, but I don't want a too large canvas. I usually want a cut below the chest somewhere. In this case, the canvas is about 80 centimeters from the top to bottom, and the proportions don't match the original perfectly. Therefore, I place these orange lines on the original to mark the edges of my canvas. When I paint, I start with the background and the major color areas. I try to be careful to match the colors correctly, but I know at this point that I'll need to adjust them later on. But once I get these big areas of the canvas covered, I get the feel for the color composition of the painting, and I don't bother too much in the beginning about all the details. The face is, of course, the most important part of this painting. If the resemblance is off, it's not much of a portrait. And to really nail the resemblance can be a challenge. Even though I sketch beforehand to get it right, once I start to fill the canvas with colors, the lines can easily start to move a little. And when it comes to the face, even minor changes will affect the result considerably. So here I need to step back, see it from a little distance, recognize what's wrong, and make adjustments accordingly. The end phase of the painting also includes color adjustments of the rest of the canvas. I add nuances to make the fabric and structure of the materials come forth. I add details and highlights, and at some point I decide that I'm done. And it's time for Sil to meet his portrait.
That's me. Yeah, well, it looks amazing. It came out so well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you expected.
Yeah. No, it's way better than I expected.
Yeah.
It's also bigger than I expected.
Yeah.
Even though I saw the canvas, I didn't realize it was going to turn out so big. But I'm really happy with it.
Yeah, it's nice
I
to.
think you made me look better than I actually did.
No, that's not true. The original is better.
Yep, that's me.
Is it you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one is the real one? I don't know.
No, but I'm seriously amazed by how well all the details came out. And I think it looks so astonishing. Really good.